What happens when two of tennis's brightest young stars share more than just a court? When destiny seems to tie their journeys together, through Wimbledon, the US Open, and beyond, until every smile, every embrace, every playful exchange leaves fans wondering, are Carlos Alcaraz and Emma Raducanu really just friends? Or are we witnessing the birth of something far sweeter, a love story unfolding on tennis's grandest stages? Stay with us, because this tale is filled with charm, suspense, and maybe even romance that goes far beyond the baseline. Carlos Alcaraz, the boy from El Palmar, Spain, grew up with a racket in his hand and dreams bigger than the clay courts of his hometown. From a young age, his game was electric: lightning-quick feet, fearless shot-making, and the kind of confidence that makes champions. By 2022, he became the youngest world #1 in men's tennis, and just a year later, he lifted Grand Slam trophies with a roar that shook the sport. Alcaraz is more than just a rising star. He's the embodiment of a new era. Emma Raducanu's journey, though different, carries the same touch of magic. Born in Toronto to a Romanian father and Chinese mother, raised in London, she stunned the sporting world in 2021 when, at just 18 years old, she won the US Open as a qualifier, without dropping a single set. It was a Cinderella run for the ages, and overnight, Emma became a global icon, admired not only for her tennis, but for her grace, intelligence, and unshakable smile. Two young prodigies, two careers defined by destiny. And as fate would have it, their paths began to intertwine. Relationship buildup. The story begins in 2021 at Wimbledon. Both Alcaraz and Raducanu were making their debuts on the biggest stage of all. Raducanu, still a teenager, captivated home fans with her fearless run to the fourth round. Alcaraz, equally young, battled through 5-set thrillers, showing the first glimpses of the superstar he would become. That summer, Emma remembers following his matches, feeling inspired by his determination and breakout performances. Their bond deepened at the US Open later that year. For Emma, it was the run of her life, a fairy tale triumph that made her the youngest slam winner since the 1990s. For Carlos, it was another milestone, becoming the youngest men's quarter-finalist in the Open era. As Raducanu would later recall, the two were staying in touch the whole time, motivating and supporting each other as their lives changed overnight. It was in those weeks that their genuine connection began. A connection rooted not in fame, but in shared experience. Two teenagers suddenly thrust into the global spotlight, finding comfort in knowing the other understood. The spark that fueled rumors. Fast forward to Wimbledon 2025, and the whispers began to swirl. Emma Raducanu was spotted courtside, watching Carlos Alcaraz's matches, smiling proudly as he lit up center court. She attended his training sessions, too. The cameras caught it. The tabloids feasted on it. Was this support from a close friend? Or something more? Soon after, the buzz intensified when Emma appeared again at Queen's Club, cheering Carlos on in his semi-final against Roberto Bautista Agut. It wasn't long before social media exploded with theories. Fans flooded Instagram and Twitter with comments, shipping the duo, creating memes, and even giving them a name, Raducaraz. Then came the official spark. At the 2025 US Open, Emma and Carlos announced they would play together in mixed doubles. It was the first time the two had joined forces on court, and to the delight of millions, the chemistry was undeniable. Even in defeat, they played with joy, smiling, fist-bumping, exchanging warm embraces after points. For fans, it was more than just tennis. It was a love story in motion. The words behind the connection. When asked about Emma, Carlos Alcaraz was quick to praise her. Speaking to Hypebeast, he said, "She plays great. She's struggling a little bit lately, but I'm pretty sure that she's gonna get there. I have a lot of confidence in her. Her game is pretty high. I trust that she's gonna be on the top very soon." Emma, for her part, laughed off the romance talk with charm. "I'm glad the internet's having fun, and we're providing some entertainment for everyone," she told reporters. Later, with a smile, she added more directly, "We're just good friends." But there was more beneath the surface. Asked about their mixed doubles pairing, Carlos joked that Emma made him wait before saying yes. Emma explained she had to check with her team, but admitted, "For me, when he asked me, I was going to say yes." The way they teased each other, the way they spoke about genuine connections from their teenage years, it only gave the rumors more life, the romance speculation. And so, the frenzy grew. Their shared sponsorship with Evian, their joint practice sessions, and their Instagram banter fueled speculation. Nick Kyrgios even fanned the flames, joking on live radio that something was going on. Fans were quick to agree. During their US Open match, one fan on X posted, "Am I watching the start of a love story?" Another declared, "This could be tennis's hottest new couple." Media outlets couldn't resist. Some compared their popularity to Taylor Swift's impact on the NFL, suggesting Raducanu might be the spark tennis needs to reach new audiences. Others criticized the obsession, with players like Andrea Petkovic calling the coverage out of control. Still, the images tell their own story. Emma cheering Carlos, Carlos embracing Emma, the laughter, the shared glances. Maybe it's all just friendship. Maybe it's more. But if you ask the fans, the verdict is already in. They want this to be tennis's next great romance. So, what's the truth? Are Emma Raducanu and Carlos Alcaraz really just friends, bonded by shared history and admiration? Or is there something deeper hidden in those smiles, something neither has yet admitted out loud? Perhaps only time will tell. But one thing is certain: the world is watching, captivated by their story. A story of two young stars connected by fate, pushing each other forward, and maybe, just maybe, writing the first chapter of a love story bigger than any Grand Slam. What do you think? Are they tennis's hottest new couple, or simply best friends caught in the spotlight? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Anything Trend, and join us for more stories behind the stars you love. Because sometimes, the greatest matches aren't decided by a final set, but by the heart.